guys, welcome back. Well, as promised, I'm sharing with you my luxury wish list. And when I'd mentioned that in an unboxing last month, I didn't realize this was kind of a thing. I've been seeing them pop up. Maybe I just never paid attention before, but I guess people have been doing their wish lists, or maybe they do them once a year. So I have to say, I kind of go through stages with luxury items, especially Louis Vuitton. I'll go years without buying anything and I'm just not really interested, and I'll explain that maybe more when I get into Louis Vuitton. We'll start out with something else first, but I don't feel like I'm a huge, try to have everything collect in my collection. I want things I'm actually going to use, and I don't get things just to be getting them because that's like the hot thing. That's just not my lifestyle, not my personality anymore. However, saying that, as I've gotten older, I do realize I want fewer things and I want nicer things. I want things that'll stand the test of time, or maybe if I'm tired of it, I know I can sell it and still get some money out of it. I don't want to be dumping money, just to a lot of other brands and a lot of other things. So I think that just comes maybe with age, like I said. So anyway, it's a little cloudy today, so I hope the light's not like too, shiny on my face, but it is a little stormy today, but I wanted to go ahead and get this up. So let's start with Chanel. And I have to say, I am a Chanel fan and I admire the brand, and it's definitely nice, but it's not something I've ever oh my God, that's the ultimate, I need a Chanel bag in my life. That's just not me. Like I said, it doesn't fit my lifestyle anymore. Maybe when I was younger, it would have fit my lifestyle more. So, isn't that funny how it works out as you get older? Your taste change maybe when you can afford things, but I just don't know that I would ever spend that kind of money on a handbag, honestly, that I know I'm not gonna use that much. That being said, there's always been one bag I would like to have, and now I've added another, and I'm kind of going back and forth between these two, and I don't know which one I would get. So let me know if any of you have these bags. I know some of you do, or what's your opinion on all of them, whether it's Chanel or whatever else I'm talking about. Give me your opinion. So first would be the Chanel Walk, or wallet on chain. I've wanted that for a couple years now. I want it in the black. I really don't care. I actually like the caviar leather better, and silver hardware. That's definitely something for me. I know people with Chanel, they're either like, oh, gold hardware, gotta have that. I like the contrast with the silver and black on it. And to me, then it's not so much in your face, which is funny though, because I'll talk about another one here coming up that is in your face, and I'm not sure if it's really me, but I like it nonetheless. So anyway, a Chanel Walk I would love to have, because I love the versatility that, you could wear it to a fancy event, but yet you could wear it crossbody out running errands if you wanted, and it's not that too flashy, but it's still Chanel. That is something I'd like to have. However, I've recently noticed more and more the new rectangular mini. Now they have a square mini. I don't care for that one. I like the rectangular. It's basically just a small version of the classic flap, which I don't really care for. I appreciate the look of the classic flap bag from Chanel, but I don't like the double flap at all. So I would never, even if I had the opportunity, I would never get a double flap. I feel like that would annoy me. And they don't even make the single flap anymore, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, I do really love the little mini rectangle. And the reason why I like that is because you could carry more than the Walk. But you still get that classic Chanel look, which I like, but yet being small, again, I feel like it would fit my needs a little better. It's about $1,000 more than the wallet on chain. So those are the two I'm kind of leaning towards from Chanel. Okay, let's talk Gucci. Now, as many of us know, Gucci is all over the place again. They have really made a huge comeback. I mean, for many years, it was almost like Gucci was non-existent, which is a shame, but I'm glad to see them having a major comeback. And it's one of those, is it trendy? Is it here to stay? I don't know, but I know that I definitely love their style right now. It's appealing to me. Some of it's a little flashy, but then again, I feel like Gucci's always been more flashy than other brands. So I'm definitely loving some of the items. And it's funny because Gucci was, I think, my very first luxury item ever. And my husband bought me a Gucci watch. Now, of course, that's not a bag or anything real extravagant, but at the time, this was like 15 years ago when we first got married, that was a splurge. And I just remember I loved it. I still have it. My husband's always been a fan of Gucci. He has a couple of watches and stuff as well. And he likes, you know, that iconic red and green look of Gucci. So anyway, I'm looking at my computer here too. And of course, you know, I'm putting up pictures. I love their new bags. I went back and forth with the new logo. Like, do I like it? Do I not like it? But it's growing on me. I do like it. So I have in my saved list on the Gucci site a Marmont mini bag, which is the one you're kind of seeing a lot of. You know, it has that great chevron print, the quilting look. It's very reminiscent of a Chanel-esque bag, but of course it's typical Gucci with the bright flashy chain and the bright flashy logo. To me, that just screams Gucci. But I kind of like that for some reason. It's like, I like it and I'm drawn to it, but at the same time, would I get tired of it? I don't know. The price point is a lot better than a Chanel bag. So I almost feel like because those are kind of it right now and I'm drawn to it, I'm almost thinking I might get a Gucci bag first. You know, the price point's a lot better. It's about $1,000 cheaper than, you know, the Chanel wallet on chain. But I do like it and it would hold a little bit more. So I am really liking that bag. I like the looks of it a lot. Again, I like that you can wear it crossbody. You can wear it as a shoulder bag. You could wear it casual, running errands if you wanted. It'd be a little flashy, but yet you could wear it at night. So, you know, I like that. But again, just keep in mind, it is a little flashier because it's Gucci. But, you know, to me, that's what they're kind of about. I love their blooms collection, but I don't think I'm gonna get anything from that, although I am really been looking at some shoes lately from that collection. I love just that pop of pink. They have blue, I think another one, and then the pink blooms. Oh my God, they're so, so pretty. Love that. And of course a belt, you know, we're seeing the Gucci belt pop up everywhere. I've always thought in the back of my mind I might like to have the Hermes belt, but I don't know if I really want to spend that kind of money on a belt. I go through phases with belts where I wear them all the time. Right now I am in a phase where I'm wearing them, probably because some of my jeans, they stretch out and I need to wear a belt. I just love the pop of a nice belt sometimes, what it can give just a plain t-shirt, you know. That's kind of always been my style. I like that. So I don't know. I do like the Gucci belt though, and I'm considering it for sure. It's a lot for a belt, but okay, so Louis Vuitton, that is probably my biggest wish list, and it's one of those things I put things in my wish list on the site and I take things out, and you know, it kind of changes, but again, I have went years without buying a new Louis Vuitton, and then, you know, all of a sudden I'm into it. I'm kind of in that phase right now where I'm into it and I want a lot, but yet I'm not sure what I want, and certain bags keep always staying on the list but keep getting pushed further back, and I don't know why that is. It's like, okay, why haven't I went ahead and purchased them yet? I'm not sure. Like, I'm trying to be smart about it, but again, you know, I've always loved it. But here's the thing, I've never been a huge monogram fan with Louis Vuitton. The Damier Ben is definitely my favorite print of all time. I actually like monogram, I should say, in small leather goods. But bags, Damier Ben, and of course Damier Azur, I just love that print. That to me is the best. So that's why I'm picky about bags with Louis Vuitton, because not all of them look good in the monogram, or maybe I don't want to get too many Damier Ben bags. You see what I'm saying? So it kind of makes me hesitate on certain things. So let's start out with the number one that's probably always been my all-time love of Louis Vuitton, and I still don't have one, and I think it's because I can't decide what leather or print I want it in, and that would be the Alma PM. Lately, I have decided that I think I might want it in the black Epi, you know, or Epi Noir print, because it's very classic. It'd be that great, nice, just classic black handbag. But then again, you know, do I want something in my collection that I'm not using that type of bag a ton anymore? But lately that's what I keep feeling with that bag. I don't love it in the monogram just because I think I would always be freaking out about all the Vachetta leather on the bottom, you know, getting messed up. Even though once it starts to patina a little bit, I do like that look of the original monogram, but again, it's a little high maintenance with all that on the bottom. And I don't know if I love it in the PM or larger sizes in the Damier Ben. However, so that moves on to my next one. I have really consider getting the Alma BB in the Damia bend because I love the size of it. I've watched a ton of videos and everybody says, you know, they love it after they get it and it fits a ton. And I like it in that print. I like the Damia bend in the small print. As you start getting bigger, I don't know, I'm kind of torn on that, but I've always loved the Alma. I love a good structured bag. I go back and forth with like to carry a structure bag. I love the looks of it. To me, the Alma is just me. But then I love my Neverfull, just swinging it on my arm and it's open and just plop a bunch of junk in it, you know? So I kind of go back and forth. I'm not always a wear a bag, you know, a top handle bag or put it in the crook of my arm. I like it, but then I get tired of it. So that's probably why, again, one of the reasons why I haven't bought a top handle bag in a while. That leads me to the Speedy. I do not own a Speedy and I've never really been a big fan of the Speedy. And I know some of you Louis Vuitton lovers and enthusiasts and the history of it are like, oh, you know, I know it's the iconic bag, but I've never been a huge fan of it. One, I don't love the sag, so I would definitely be a base shaper kind of person in the Speedy. I never loved really again, it's a top handle thing. I don't know, there's something about the Speedy, but I love the bandolier, you know, if you want to put a little accent on it version. Ever since that came out several years ago, that has been my favorite. And in the Damia bend. So that in the Speedy B25 is on my wish list. Lately I've been going back and forth though with do I want a 30, but I just feel like a 30 would be too big for me, and especially if I want to wear it crossbody. I'm 5'5", not that that's real small, but I don't know, I just feel like that might be too big. I love the look of the Speedy B25. So ever since that came out, I'm like, yes, that is the bag, I will get a Speedy. However, that's the bag that's also been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. So the next actual handbag, a lot of other little things, but I think I actually want to get a Neverfull GM. I have two Neverfulls, might as well get the trifecta. I have two Neverfulls in the MM size. The Damia bend has been my all-time favorite bag, hands down. Love that bag. Well, I love that so much that last January 2016, I decided to get it in the Damia Azur. Since I had sold my previous Damia Azur print bag, I thought, let me get it in the Neverfull since I love that bag. And I honestly feel like Damia Azur lately has become the new winter white. It's not one of those bags anymore that we all feel like, oh, hold it to summer, or, you know, if you don't live in a warm climate, you need to hold it to spring and summer. No, like I've been getting it out a little more. And if I have like a neutral outfit like this, or, you know, put some white jeans or something like that, it just looks very, like I said, winter white, even in the middle of winter. I think it's cool. So I need to show that bag some more love, but I'm thinking about getting the Neverfull GM in the monogram because, one, I want the little monogram pouch that comes with them now. My first Neverfull was the older version and it didn't come with the pouch. The Damia Azur one last year does come with the pouch and I do use that. I would like to have the pouch because I think they're really useful. You can do a lot with them. You can use them as a clutch, which I do. I put things in my bag. They're just a great bag in itself. But I think I would like the GM for travel because sometimes I want to bring my MM with me, but sometimes it's not quite big enough when I'm going on a trip. So I think I would like to have the GM for that. Although the GM the price has gotten ridiculous, I feel like. Back when I got my MM, they weren't even $1,000. Well, then they added the pouch, and of course that raised the price, you know, about $500 it seemed like. And then you jump into the GM, now they're like $1,340, which to me seems insane for the Neverfull. So that's why I haven't pulled the trigger on that one yet. So that leads me to my next thing. I've been debating back and forth and trying to look at videos and decide. I would like to add a keep all to my collection. However, I know I don't want anything bigger than a 50. So I do have the keep all bandolier 50 in monogram on my wish list. I was talking to my husband though, we both agreed it'd be kind of cool, I feel like, to get that piece in a vintage piece. If I could get something from the like late 80s or 90s in that piece in decent condition, that would be awesome. And we both feel that way about certain pieces of Louis Vuitton. It'd just be cool to have something from that age, you know what I mean? And plus that, then I'd save some money on it too. That piece doesn't bother me if it's pre-loved, in decent condition. So I do have my eye out on that. However, I go back and forth between the 45 and the 50. And when I look at the 45 versus the GM, they're very close kind of in measurements and as far as probably what they could hold. I just think I might like the GM better because I can use it as a handbag if I want and fold in the sides and all that. So let me know if you guys have both, what you prefer, or if you do have a keep all bandolier. What do you think of it? I'm just not sure. You know, when my husband and I talk about it, I'm not sure I'd get as much use out of it as I would hope to, but that is on my list. Something that's on my list, my husband just surprised me, is the 6-key holder with the fuchsia print. He gave it to me as an early Valentine's present. He was thinking about getting it for me, but he gave it to me early because I think he felt bad because I was going through all the bag drama with trying to get a replacement and so forth. So that was sweet. I showed that on my Instagram stories if you saw that. So I do have that now. It was on my wish list, but he got that and I love it so far. And it's one of those pieces I decided to get and I had on my wish list because so many people say they couldn't be without that and they just love it and all this. I'm like, well, let me try it. You know, maybe it is that good. So sometimes I get into the small leather goods more than the bags with Louis Vuitton. I love my little key pouch. I use that all the time. So that brings me to the next two things. They're kind of like smaller leather goods. It's the toiletry pouch 19 and the toiletry pouch 26. I'll probably end up getting both, but right now I'm having a hard time deciding between the two. I would like to use it in my Neverfull, but then I'd also just like to use it you know, for travel and things like that. And I know the toiletry pouch 26, a lot of people say they use it as a clutch. I'm kind of torn with that. Like, because of the squareness of it, is it going to look like, oh, she's carrying around her toiletry pouch? But I've also seen recently it with a chain, and I actually bought an extra chain for my my favorite bag. I bought a chain. And because I wanted just a different look, and sometimes I don't like the strap that comes with the Damier Ebene version of that. And I'm thinking if I could put the chain in that toilet pouch 26, that would give it like a whole other look. So I'm torn between those two. Like I said, I'll probably end up with both possibly. I do have the little cosmetic pouch, but those two are definitely on my wish list. I would like a wallet as well from Louis Vuitton. I'm just not sure which because I would like a small wallet. I actually ordered, again, if you watch that unboxing of the cosmetic pouch, I ordered the zippy coin purse in the Damier Azur, and I put my cards and stuff in it, and I just didn't like the way it felt with everything in it, and so I ended up returning that. I have a longer Kate Spade wallet that's just like the other zippy wallets. I don't use that a lot, and I would really like to have something small to fit in my smaller bags because I don't know, I'm just back into using a small wallet. I would like, that's why I use my key clay a lot for things. So let me know your opinion on those. I think it's is it the Victorine? Is that the name of it, wallet? I've looked at that one, but give me your ideas for small wallets. And of course, if you guys have any of this that I've been talking about, definitely give me your opinions or let me know what's on your wish list. So I know I've been kind of a little secretive about the one bag I didn't mention that's still hanging out there. You probably won't be surprised when it comes in, but I'm really looking forward to having that bag in my collection, and I'm sure I'll do a video on it just like I've done videos on my other bags. And again, I don't have a huge collection because I don't know, I just don't want to have a lot of things in my collection that I'm not using, and I go through phases with luxury things, and especially Louis Vuitton. Like I'll go, like I said, years where I'm just like, I'm not really feeling anything. Right now, I'm kind of feeling everything. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.